from Southern Maryland's weather leader. This is a JB Weather Alert.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Forecaster John Bordash with you still in the JB Weather Center this evening, sitting with you at 5:45, continuing to track pretty impressive thunderstorms that continue to move over the area. We do have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings in effect as very electric, very strong and hefty thunderstorms continue to move through the region. The newest development here over the last few minutes is that we have a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect for parts of the northern neck. That goes until 6:30. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning for southern parts of Calvert County, parts of St. Mary's and Charles County. That goes until 6:15. The good news is that behind this line, we are seeing very limited development to the north and west, so the severe thunderstorm watch has been allowed to get dropped across much of the DC metro area points north and west, which tells me that once we get this line through here over the next couple of hours, we will see a quiet evening on tap, but we need to get these through first. Some of the worst weather right now continues to push through the Mechanicsville area down towards Leonardtown, St. Leonard, Lusby, then extending down here into Port Royal, getting just to the north of Tappahannock here through parts of Richmond County. And all of this is pushing here to the east. We are seeing winds upwards of 60 miles per hour with these storms. We are seeing copious amounts of lightning with these storms as well. Radar is estimating over 2,000 strikes of lightning here just over the last 15 minutes with these storms as they continue to push eastward. These storms have been allowed to get as strong as they have because we've been so hot and humid today that has really primed the thunderstorm to become quite electric, and we've seen lots of storm energy kind of just percolate over the region, waiting on these storms to come through. And now these storms, and this was the question today, would we actually see them fire up? Because we knew that if they did, they would become severe, and we've seen them fire up, and they've really tapped into that energy as they've continued here to push here to the east. So we're going to track this. I think we're talking about this heavy rain likely lasting for the next hour, hour and a half or so. This is going to continue to push eastward, and let's get you a 2-hour storm track with the leading edge of some of the worst weather here. We're going to extend this from the Lusby area down here through Leonardtown, back south of Cobb Island, just to the north of Tappahannock here. And we're pushing this here to the east at about 25 to 30 miles per hour. And we're going to be getting this here into Leonardtown very shortly. You've seen the heavy rain. You've seen the lightning already from earlier storms. You have another round pushing in just about now. We have already another thunderstorm pushing across the southern tip of St. Mary's County here into St. Indigo's, but this main line is going to be pushing here into your region over the next half hour or so, getting into Montrose here over the next 10 minutes, getting down towards Louisetta in about the next half hour to an hour or so. And this is going to be bringing some hefty thunderstorm activity with it. So when you see these storms pushing, you're going to see that an initial wind pick up to right around 40, 50, 60, 65 miles per hour. That could cause isolated power outages and could definitely cause some tree damage with these storms. So we're going to continue to track this over the next little bit. So the latest information from the National Weather Service again keeps this severe thunderstorm warning for southern parts of Calvert County, northern parts of St. Mary's, and southern parts of Charles County. This goes until 6:15. At 5:33, severe thunderstorms are moving east at 25 miles per hour with 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. The National Weather Service is really highlighting that damaging wind threat that could cause damage to trees and large branches. And we're also highlighting that there is continuous cloud to ground lightning occurring with these storms. So that means you need to be indoors as these storms pass through. Lightning is definitely one of our biggest weather killers as storms push on through. And we're also seeing radar picking up on a little bit of hail as well. Thankfully, we're not looking at really high rotation signatures today, which is amazing news. But what we are looking at is really strong winds. Radar's picking up on these winds getting up over 40 miles per hour at radar height. So they're likely maybe a little bit stronger here at the surface, really blasting through Leonardtown, just moving through Mechanicsville, getting into Golden Beach, and this is crossing the Patuxent River here, moving eastward. So you've seen lots of heavy rain and lightning and gusty winds in St. Leonard, Lusby, and Solomons. You'll see another round of that push on through, and you'll see even more rain and thunderstorms push through in Lexington Park down towards St. Indigo's and down towards Scotland here, as we have this southern part of this line, which is really electric and has been really strong. That's really kind of pushing eastward here, and that's going to bring another round of some heavy rain and those thunderstorms into parts of St. Mary's County. Thus far, let's take a look at rainfall amounts from these storms. And I want to get this lightning up here for the time being. Yeah, radar's picking up on a lot of rain that's already fallen. These areas shaded in blue, those are estimated amounts over an inch. This little splotch of purple here, that's up over 2 inches of rain here through parts of California and Lesbi. So we're looking at heavy rain, and then heavy rain is going to continue. So I'm definitely going to be worried about that threat of flooding across St. Mary's and southern Calvert counties here over the next 1 or 2 hours. The latest update from the National Weather Service is now in. Let me get you back over to typical radar here. Let's get you on over. The latest update from the National Weather Service is going to continue that severe thunderstorm warning until 6:15. The National Weather Service continues to highlight that 60-mile-an-hour wind gust threat and that potential for hail upwards of 1 inch in diameter. Continuing to also highlight that lightning threat, and we're also talking about observed winds now upwards of 60 miles per hour with these storms as they continue to push eastward. So stay weather aware and stay safe. As these storms continue to push through, we probably won't be getting all of this activity out of here until sunset or so. Northern areas in Waldorf and the beaches, you're probably going to clear out here over the next hour. But for areas in southern Calvert and especially southern St. Mary's County, it might not be till 7 or 8 o'clock when you start to see the worst weather push off to your east. So stay safe, stay weather aware, and of course stay with JB Weather for the latest. I'll continue to have updates across our social media platforms as well as on jbweather.net, and you can always access radar or futurecast at jbweather.net/radar. In the meantime, I'm Forecaster John Bordash. Thank you for joining me now. If we get any new warnings or alerts or updates, I'll be back here with you live to continue to keep you updated. But have a nice and safe one, and please keep it tuned here to JB Weather for the latest information.
Check the forecast anytime online at jbweather.net.